It's Tuesday, the 31st day of October 2023. Hello, welcome to the newspaper review on Tab TV. In case you're just joining us for the first time and you're wondering what we do on the newspaper review, it's a show where we get to look at news stories making the front page of Nigerian newspaper. I'm your host for today, Sophia John. And of course, I won't be doing this alone. I'm joined by my very beautiful Kosi. Kosi, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the show once again.
It's my pleasure to be here. I really want to be here and I love it here.
Thank you so much for doing. You look so beautiful.
Oh, you're always complimenting me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I was just thinking a few hours ago that it's October already.
I'm telling
It's
you.
the 30th, we get to November. Is it time for those contribution people to start collecting their money?
It's time for people that did all this contribution thing because seems like I'll start next stage.
But did you notice? I didn't hear much about it this year.
But people don't have more in this station. The country has been very hard on everyone, so you won't blame them.
You know, I have special pleasure in watching that choral between.
And when it's your turn to collect,
You just hear women talking about rice, beans, Gary, and all that. You too can also be a part of the show. Join us on our social media platform. We are on Facebook, Tab TV NG. We're on Twitter, Tab TV_NG. And of course, we're on TikTok, Tab TV_NG. Do wait to follow us on all our social media platforms. Without no further ado, we'd like to head over to our facts newspaper for the day. We'll be looking at this day newspaper. This day's leading. Tension in Rivers as massive protests cripples activities over plan to impeach Fubara. And that's on page 15 of the newspaper. And sub-story under that, we can see you drum support for Fubara. PDP elders at the Judge Abe calls for caution. Clark Ijaw National Congress warned Wike security agents. Asked Tinubu to call FCT minister to order. And that's all on page 15 of this day newspaper. You can find that up. There's been a lot about Wike and Sim.
it's almost
We used to see this romance between the both of them. This family relationship. All right, still on the newspaper. Touring academic constitutional lawyers Ben Wabuzi dies at 94, and that's on page 8 of the newspaper. Article, I am not quitting, I'll remain in politics as long as I breathe, and that's on page 10 of the newspaper. Tinubu, I have implicit confidence in my chief of staff. That's also on page 10 of the newspaper, and that's all we're taking on this day newspaper. Because I would like your comment on the lead story. Tension in Rivers State as massive protests cripples activities over plan to impeach Fubara.
Actually,
I think it's too soon to talk about impeaching a governor. He's just been 6 months in office.
Exactly, that's even the main thing. And this reminds me of days ago where Wike was advising governors that they should desist from being power hungry and all that. You understand? And now look at what's happening. Is this not? It's like contradicting oneself, right? And ever since this man came into power, Sim came into power, he has been under the shackles, under the hood of Wike, according to the paper. And a lot of persons said that he was one that brought in Sim, right? But the fact that you brought someone into politics, into the seat, quite all right. Person will be grateful, and at least some percentage, because that's what happened here. You understand? This is politics. Godfatherism. A lot of persons have their godfathers, you understand, and they pay allegiance to them. But the fact you are demanding exorbitant price every month from the person you brought in is something that I don't think is right? And this is the money they're supposed to use to work for the state, only for them to divide half of it to send to you. Why? Just because you brought someone in. he forgotten that it was Jonathan during the time of Goodluck Jonathan. It was during that time he came into seat. And since then, they've not like budged him the way he's budging this present governor. You understand? Here, he found him a perfect puppet for his own political games. So to him, he never expected this to come. He never expected this thing to happen. In his wildest dream, he never expected that Fubara would turn against him, you understand, and want to hold power. Because I don't understand how people expect you putting someone into power and you don't want the person to carry out his duties diligently. You want to, they said before any money is spent, they must take his permission. You're doing your own government in Abuja and you're governing River State too. Who does that? You understand? So I feel Nigerians, and I love the way the youth came out en masse to protest it.
Yes.
Because they are tired of court fatalism. They are tired of using our money just for their own benefit, selfish gain. You didn't even think of what will happen to the people. People are wallowing in hardship, in poverty. And they look at him, they are remitting 2 billion every month to him. That to me, I feel that's selfishness in the highest
It was
order.
alleged that Wike demands 25% of River State.
That's what I'm saying, which is wrong. You claim you love these people. You claim these people are your own. You govern them. During your time, I heard that he was like an emperor. No one opposes his orders. You understand? And you've seen it a lot, even a lot of this thing. It has played out even during his time during the election time and all that. Like, they practically worship him as God. So he never expected Rivers to kind of turn against him like this. I don't even know why Rivers people should keep on to this for so long, for 2 tenors. That's like 8 years. You understand? So to him, he never expected it. And burning the National Assembly, I feel that's another selfish move from his part. Because a lot of persons are not blaming him. A lot of persons, though it has not been confirmed, but a lot of persons said that it was his political thugs that burned the National Assembly. And the National House of Assembly. And this place was built solely from the
State House of Assembly.
The State House of Assembly. This place was built from the taxpayers. You understand? The money people pay as tax. That was how it was built, and they just destroyed it. Who are the people to suffer it? It's not us. It's us that are paying tax. It's from that money that they still use and do whatever, renovate and do everything.
There've been some rumors flying around that the governor that's seen Fubara was tear gassed yesterday.
Exactly.
When he went to inspect.
Who governor? Like, that's, to me, I feel that's a glitch in democracy, right? These people, the people already accepted him. Rivers people never accepted Fubara before, but with this thing that happened, they embraced him because he came into power and people saw the real man in him. You understand? People saw his capability, and within months he has been in seat. He has proven himself as a man of integrity. He's a very quiet person, but don't underestimate his quietness as a weakness. And that's what one of the things Wike did. He underestimated his power, his weakness, his quiet nature as a sign of weakness. Imagine on no just cause filing for impeachment against the government. Why? Without anything. Just because he wasn't able to meet the demand of his godfather. That's, to me, it has never stated in any constitution that's a very sole reason for him to be impeached. It has never been stated. You understand? And the fact that they were even able to do it behind his back, he was impeached even before he has not stayed up to more than 6 months, right?
He's just 6 months
Okay,
now.
just 6 months, and he was ready. And to him, he, according to during the time he addressed, he said he's not the first person to be impeached, and he will never be the last. But on what basis are you impeaching me?
Yes, that's the question.
You understand? Because you need to explain to the people of Rivers. This is democracy that we are talking about, not an anarchy state. You understand? If you want to impeach a sitting governor, you need to explain to us on what basis. You can't just come out and said just because the law demand that, the constitution demand that once the majority carries the vote. But on what basis? You understand? And even the speaker was also the majority leader. Was also impeached, removed actually. You understand? But I like the way they retaliated because they need to show them that who is in power. You understand? They had to suspend the Chief Justice of the state. And then they had to suspend over 24 persons that were among the people that connived to impeach him. But though they promised a fair hearing, you understand, they will have a plenary proceeding. So they will have to say the reason. You understand? Because you can't just impeach a sitting governor and expect the person to keep quiet just because you put him into seat. And this thing now, it has some security effect in Rivers State. We're already saying that Rivers State is already insecure.
I feel, do you think this is a distraction to the governor?
Burning the State House of Assembly is a distraction to deviate from the present thing that we're meant to be looking at. You understand? Because he will not start to be looking into all this thing that's happening, forgetting what he's supposed to do. You understand? Deviating his attention from the main thing, and that's the having the pledging his allegiance towards the people, his duties towards the people. You understand? So I feel, not just it, look at the security effect it will have. Because Nigerians, now the emotions are high, the tensions are high. Judging coming from after the election, the tribunal cases, the Supreme Court rules and all that. And you know, Wike played a major role in putting the current president on seat. You understand? And people already are so agitated. People are angry. People just want, all they need is a trigger. You understand? So this thing, I feel if it's not managed well, it will lead to outbreak of demonstration, not just a peaceful one, but a very violent one, which will also create more awareness, or which will also affect other states. You understand? Because there's the spirit in this thing. Once there is mass demonstration in a particular state about a particular government, it has a way of affecting to other states. You understand? Because some states will be like, Rivers State, go and deal with your problem and all that. But they don't know that this thing can also affect their own states. And thereby destroying the lives of people, the properties. And now people are trying to at least manage their lives. You understand? With all this thing, I feel it will bring insecurity because of what happened yesterday. Some person already giving out message, don't go to a certain place, don't do this one. Imagine restricting your movement of your freedom of movement. You understand? So it will have it's a security effect on the part of in this River State. So I feel the PDP, whatever that is going on with them, they should keep this thing in check. They should make sure they curb it, because if it's not well managed, it can affect a lot of things.
Yes. Right. Thank you very much for that impactful contribution.